How must the length of a pendulum be changed to double its period? So, length and period relation. First, you should know. Now we have a pendulum in this length, and we have a pendulum in this length. This is the shorter one. This is the longer pendulum. Shorter pendulum will have a shorter time period. Longer pendulum will have longer time period. Okay, the time period is smaller for the shorter one, time period is longer for the longer simple pendulum. Okay, so it is directly proportional. Time period is directly proportional to the square root of the length, because the formula is t is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. So the time period is directly proportional to the square root of L. Okay, so that is the relation. Now we are going to find out how must the length of the pendulum be when you want to get double the time period. For example, the time period is 2 seconds. Example, now I want to make my time period 4 seconds. So how must the length of the pendulum be changed? So the common mistakes the students will say, if you want to double the time period, the length of the pendulum should be doubled. So this answer is wrong actually. Why it is wrong? We can do the calculation and we can see it. First you write the formula t is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. Okay. Now I want to double the time period. So put here 2 and time period, right? In this double, I want to double the time period. So this side, if you multiply by 2, the other side is also multiplied by 2. 2 pi square root of L by G. Okay. Now this 2 is taken inside the square root. So it will be like this. 2 pi square root of the 2, when you take inside, it becomes 2 square, that is 4. 4 L by G. Now what happens? The length 4 times longer. 4 times longer length. Okay, if you increase the length by 4, the time period is doubled. That's the answer. So again I'm telling, now the time period is 2 seconds. The length is like 50 centimeter. Example, 50 centimeters. It's not the right, just I'm giving some example values to understand better. Now I want to increase, or I want to double the period. Like double the period means 4 seconds, right? Okay, so the length of the pendulum, how must the length of the pendulum is changed? 4 times the initial value, which means 200 centimeter, not 100 centimeter. It is 200 centimeter. The common mistake, students writes 100 centimeter. That means double the length, not double the length. It is quadrupled the length. Okay, the length is 4 times greater. Okay. Now, if you see the next question, how must the length be changed to half the period? Half the period means t by 2 is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. Okay. So t by 2, if you want to make the time period half, and put here half, 1 by 2, here half. So this half, when you take it inside, it will be like this, L by 4 G, which means If you want to half the time period, you have to reduce the length by 1/4 times. Okay, the length is reduced 4th times. Okay, clear? Thank you.